Mm. So let me back up or fill in a few little things. I was diagnosed with endocarcinoma of the esophagus. So basically, I have esophageal cancer and I'm stage 3, which is good because that means I can get surgery done. So basically, this type of cancer is very aggressive. It's usually more common in males, it's rarer in females. Of course, would be me. And, it's just one of those freak things that happen. I don't, I didn't show the normal or common symptoms associated with this particular cancer. I think a lot of the times, if you have Barrett's esophagus, that's usually what leads to the esophageal cancer I have. But I was never diagnosed with Barrett's esophagus. And I've never really had GERD that I know of. I've occasionally had acid reflux, very intermittently, maybe some heartburn, give or take, whichever. Can never tell the difference. But very, very intermittent. And mainly what you will get with when you get to having the esophageal cancer is you have issues of swallowing where it becomes hard to swallow foods and or you can get pain with it. So two things that actually had happened. I in like I started with diverticulitis. Now this is the whole oddity aspect. So I started with diverticulitis, went into the ER for it, got a CAT scan. From that CAT scan, they found what they quote saw was a hiatal hernia somewhere within like the esophagus area. Okay. They recommended me to a GI. So then I ended up sort of letting that, sort of sit on the sidelines because I got rid of the diverticulitis. I got that back in order and I was doing okay. Now, what would happen was every once in a blue moon, food would get stuck. Like if I ate breads and I ate like too big of a piece or something, yeah, it's gonna get stuck and it's gonna bother me. So I always watched how I ate for the most part to try and avoid that. Then I ended up getting the hiccups really bad for like 1 or 2 days. It was like getting them constantly. That was an oddity. That was the first oddity that we realized. Didn't think too much of it though. They're hiccups. So then what happened after that was I was at work drinking water. I swallowed the water. It basically felt like it got stuck in my throat as if I ate something. So it felt like it got stuck and I got pain. It's water. You shouldn't get pain while trying to drink water. Lo and behold, this is me. And that's what started me to go see, I thought my issue was a throat issue. So I went and I set up an appointment for an ear, nose, and throat specialist. So in the office, he put a scope down right away. He said, "Your throat is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I think you need to see a GI doctor." He did see something. He saw an anomaly. He said, "I'm going to send you for 2 swallow tests, but I'm going to recommend you to go see a GI doctor." It's like, okay. So we get the GI doctor set up. They can't get me in until sometime in October. I think it was like in the middle of October, technically. So in the interim, I go for the first swallow test. And you drink stuff while you're standing there and then it scans you. Oh, it's really awesome. Oh my God. I loved it. Hated the stuff, but really loved this. The whole scan thing was really, really cool. But from that, the swallowing feature was fine. There's nothing getting stuck there. The flap for to stop, the air and the liquid to get to the windpipe and stuff, that works fine. But what they were seeing was there's a mass down below in my esophagus, more towards the GI junction, your stomach, basically. So, okay, that was the finding the radiologist saw. He saw a mass. And he's like, I really think you should see a GI doctor. I said, well, good luck with that because I have one set up for like somewhere in the middle of October and I can't get in any sooner. So if you can get me in to see one, by all means, go for it. And they did. I got a phone call and I was seen the next day at 4:45. I was surprised, but I went in, saw the GI doctor, and he's like, we need to do a scope, which is an endoscopy scope. So I was like, all right, got that scheduled, I think a week and a half later, I think it was. It would have been 2 weeks, but then it got bumped up, if I'm not mistaken. They moved the time up on that scan. No, not that one. Yeah, not. Oh, everything's such a mess. Well, one of the things got moved up. So, anyways, I get that done, and hold on, my eyes. And that was the one. So, that was the one that was done on the 29th of August, actually. Yeah. That was the one that gave me the diagnosis of you have cancer in your esophagus. You have endocarcinoma of the esophageal, endocarcinomas of esophageal cancer. So he did a biopsy. Basically, it was confirmed from the pathologist. So that process was all done. And then from there, I had to meet a surgical oncologist. And again, you're going through appointments left and right. So I meet with the surgical oncologist, which is the first, person since the scope. And they sort of go through a few things. He looked at the scans and stuff, and he's like, it looks like, we should be able to do surgery, but we still need to do a PET scan. There was other things that still needed to be done. And then there's treatment. So apparently you go for treatment before you would get surgery. So he explains, a little bit of it and stuff and a few things. And it was fine. I did listen, but my head's like, in oblivion at this point because I still half denial, half, oh my God, So basically, at that point, got through that.